slightly subdued. You all right? I feel like or maybe I just feel energetic because I've had some water.
Oh, you probably did. No, my mind is other places, and after I think I could share it with you.
Babe, you're in a safe space.
Okay.
Share.
After yesterday,
Uh-oh.
I got home preparing for supper and what have you. And I was inundated with calls, like they were coming one after the other, after the other, after the other, right up until maybe 9 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. It was different people. Some of them I knew. I was wondering how they got my number.
You did give it out on the show once, early days.
Well, it must have been a safe keep for some people because they rang me up.
Okay.
And, of course, they introduced themselves. But each one of them had their own personal story about how they love their country.
That's good.
And they love their people. They love
their
culture.
Yep.
But their efforts to make their country better, they weren't encouraged. They didn't feel encouraged. They were, in fact, discouraged. And I said, why would you say that? He says, well, they listened to the content of the show yesterday. And, where we try to get a cooperative going. And
you're deficient in the BTFC.
Yeah, we had some good ideas going, and they thought it was fantastic. And then for one reason, it either gets rejected or it just gets dropped. And I said, yeah. And they gave me their personal stories about how they have been to government. And a lot of their ideas, at least 3 of them said that their ideas were even sterling. Now, I'm going to say this, that there wasn't no forthcoming information as to how it was sterling or what transpired, but they were all, some were angry, some of them were sad, some of them said, I said, don't get fed up, keep going. Every day it's a fight.
I got to tell you, I'm somewhat shocked. Shocked may be too strong, but I'm surprised.
Right.
Because I didn't realize we were recounting a story of loss. Right. I think in my mind, because of my role and Move's role, and there was no real financial incentive for us, and if it worked well, fishermen were going to benefit and fishermen were going to own and operate it anyway. I didn't really sense that it was people resonated with that, with their own stories. I didn't.
The gentleman with the bananas,
right.
he knows me, and he gave a kind of story. I'm going to say this much. We as a people have to get out of the habit, and it's a very, very bad habit, of whispering around the corner. That don't solve nothing. In fact,
whispering around the corner. Come again.
In other words, they're not open with their experience. If we want things to get better, for instance, if we want a partnership in this country that benefits either everyone or a great many people, and it's a good idea, for whatever reason, what transpires, we got to be able to talk about it openly. Too often you would go in the corner and you would hear disputes, issues, whatever. But when they have the opportunity to actually, like at the voting stalls, town hall meetings, to voice their opinion or what they've experienced, they don't use that opportunity.
I get where you're coming from. If I may agree with you and edit.
Sure.
There's a top shelf, I would say, Bermudian culture that crosses all ages, generations, and whatnot. And I'll get to that in a minute. And then there's a secondary one.
Right.
The primary one, I've been involved with some focus groups with some overseas consultants who the government had brought in to do whatever. And they have not separate years, separate ministries, separate strengths and weaknesses. And the consultants have told me the same thing over about 15 years.
Okay.
That Bermuda has a culture of no. So that if you have an idea of something you want to do,
Yeah.
it starts with why that can't happen. It starts with no. Instead of, hey, let's see, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but let's try.
Yes.
So the Bermudian culture of no is also tied to a small country and a small population. And so people believe they know all there is to know about that topic, that subject, that thing. And then when some of the expertise and experience comes in and say, hey, I think we can do this way. Regrettably, the ego kicks in. Okay, and the person behind it, they know that they're only a this, they're only a that. Believe me, if you knew the calls and conversations I've had where people have been told that,
Yes.
and directly to the face. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but you're not so and so, or you can't, right? So at the top cultural level, there's a culture of no, where we just don't see it anyway.
Right.
Okay, but then underneath that is avarice and envy.
Right.
And so avarice is, I don't even want the thing, but I don't want you to have it. Envy is, I want what you have.
Gotcha.
Both of those kick in. And so the decision maker, and that's the other part, right? It takes half a decision or one person to make a decision that could impact thousands or hundreds or years or decades. And I don't think that people necessarily bring the best thing to that decision.
Okay.
They have a personal experience that they think covers everything.
Okay.
The amount of times I'm having a conversation and the person tries to finish my sentence and they're wrong. They're not even close to what I'm going to say. But they're so certain of what I'm going to say that they actually try to complete my sentence.
Yes.
Well, familiarity breeds contempt.
Yes, it does.
And so if you think you know blackmails or you know bridges or roads or bananas, that's where it's not even malicious. Okay? That's just where people can't help themselves but reject or deny.
Okay.
Okay? The fishing cooperative. It was never supposed to be able to work, right?
Yeah.
But there were cooperatives all over the Caribbean, right? All over Africa. We weren't reinventing the wheel.
No.
And so that part of it is there. The part about this isn't a country where the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So I understand why people don't shout from the mountaintops and give to the lighthouse what just happened to me.
Right.
This isn't a very supportive society when you are on the outs. We had a conversation on the street last week, Thursday.
Right.
Someone who was very, 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 very well placed in this country and community. One might say in a position of some privilege.
Yes.
And the table was turned on that person.
Yes.
And it's one thing if a table is turned on you and you have an issue, even if that issue makes it to the media.
Right.
The problem is everybody runs for cover after that. And so support, you're listening to somebody right now, okay, who can tell you about that.
Yes.
But there seems to be, because of my analysis, okay, my analysis, the country has lived under and been governed under a white supremacist mindset.
Yes.
Okay, colonial white supremacist mindset. And so as a result, for a lot of black Bermudians, in fact, I'd say a big chunk, they will never prick on the other person. They're not going to get somebody in trouble. They're not going to be the one that is anti-black and disrupt the mission. So they sacrifice their personal pain, thinking there's a greater good that their personal pain is creating.
Yes.
The only thing that's happened is the person that stopped you and blocked you is greedy or malicious or doesn't like you or whatever it is. There's nothing principled behind it, so there's no principled gain to your suffering.
Yeah.
There is no forgiveness from redemption because there is no understanding I've done something wrong. And so I would say, yes, the only way we expose this is shining a light on it.
Yes.
And the people who have suffered. But trust me, living the life I've led, I understand entirely.
Yeah.
Particularly some years ago, when there was a big issue amongst black Bermudian male entrepreneurs and a list that apparently had been circulating around the country, sort of hit list.
Right.
A lot of those men, and I ended up in meetings with those men and others, you'd be stunned.
Yeah.
But
I want to share a story with you. It goes to the workplace. And sometimes, even Bermudians, we tend to think that foreign workers are better than our own. Now, I'm going to qualify this. I was a department head at a particular place, and above me was my director. Guy just came in, younger than me, so he wanted to do something a certain way. So I said, can we talk about this? He says, yeah. I said, that isn't going to work because we tried that before. And this was 5 years ago, and it did not work. I outlined the reason why it didn't work, right? But it was this superiority type of complex that prevailed. And he said to me, I don't think you're a team player. I said, no, contrary to that, I am quite a team player because I don't want my team to waste their time doing something that we know and we've been together to do it, and it didn't work. It's a waste of time, resources, and a waste of money.
Yep.
And he said, we're going to do it this way. I said, you're the director. I respect your position, but remember what I told you. Well, he tried it. And guess what?
I take it failed.
It failed miserably, right? And when the general, so we went to general manager's office, and he says to me, yeah, what happened to that? What? And I gestured towards him. You explain.
Sure.
And he looked kind of sheepish and whatever. And I said, okay, well, you ain't got nothing to say. I'll say it. I said, I warned him that it wouldn't work. And he still went ahead. I gave him the reasoning. I put it even down on paper why it wouldn't work, and it'd be a waste of time and it'd be a waste of money. Well, he didn't last much longer. No, but you have to have confidence in yourself that you know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And I know quite a few Bermudians who have been passed off or passed by on jobs where they are quite capable of doing it. Keep fighting.
Oh yeah, but I mean, that's the point, right? It's the rare warrior who goes out with nobody behind them.
Yes.
If you are gonna go without anybody behind you, I understand how that I've been there as well. But it is very, very difficult to be principled in a country where let's put it like this. If I'll ask you, you and I, we're sitting here in Bermuda.
Right.
Do you think you'd be in trouble if you stomped on the American flag in any of the 50 states?
Oh, yeah.
I think so too, right?
Oh,
You see how you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that you think would happen out of the Democrat, Republican, whomever, Jimmy Carter or Donald Trump. I think, right? What's the Bermudian version? Not of the offense, just of the Bermudian thing that you can't do to a Bermudian without knowing you're going to get hammered.
Saying good morning.
Didn't see that coming.
I know you didn't. I said, oh, it's set up now.
So what I'm getting at, right?
Right.
Imagine, and I'm not, unfortunately,
right.
Okay, this is just, I don't mean this the way this is going to sound. I mean this academically.
Yes.
But imagine if employers knew that up until recently, every labor union president has been an MP.
Okay.
Okay. One or two have been a minister.
Okay.
And they are the Progressive Labor Party.
Yes.
And they have campaigns about standing strong for Bermudians and fairness, right?
Yes.
Now, it'll be a lunatic employer who messes with Bermudians in a government, in a country where the government's that
labor
strong, right?
Yes.
You know you can't.
Yes.
So it's difficult if you don't feel you have that backup. You just feel it in the air.
Yes.
And the thing is, your employer will know that's not in the air, which is how they treated you like that in the first place.
Yes.
So, yes, I wish and want and hope, to be honest, that people didn't have to be bold. So they didn't have face things on their job that required them to have to be bold or confrontational.
Yes.
But if it does come, I hope they're strategic. more than anything else.
Yes.
I'm not even bold, just strategic. I try to be strategic, if nothing else.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, okay. That's off my chest. We're ready for the show now.
Oh, so what is the show?
Wow, I was going to leave that to you.
How could you?
No, I see you've got these papers spread out and
Well, yes.
looking all organized.
No, but no, see, you just lied to him. You just went too far. I tell you, I do have a couple of announcements, though. Two very quick ones.
Yes.
One, I was given a note. The note said, ask me a question.
Yeah.
Had I heard of John Samuel Wilkinson? And if so, may I please introduce listeners to John Samuel Wilkinson? When the note was handed to me, the person it was Nikita.
Okay.
And she had a kind of, not quite a smirk, but like a kind of like, let me see, kind of thing. And so I looked at the note real quick, had a little song, came home. I then went home and said, I'm pretty sure, but still held my corner.
Right.
And so I put in the name John Samuel Wilkinson, and the first thing that popped up looked very familiar to me. And as it turns out, I'd already prepared, or not prepared for the show, but had researched John Samuel Wilkinson in the past.
Okay.
And so I had all kinds of information about the gentleman. He is a descendant cousin of mine.
Okay.
And Nikita's. And I think the person who gave Nikita the note, which is why I think Nikita had this kind of look, was a family member. I'm guessing all of this.
Okay.
I have not confirmed this.
Okay.
But when I got him, I know this name, and I looked it up. Oh, we're going to do a show. But I wanted the person who sent the message to Nikita to let you know, yes, Nikita did give me the message. She did not identify the person who gave her the message, which is what made me think it might be family.
Okay.
But I received the message. I did the research, and we will do a highlight of John Samuel Wilkinson.
Okay. I have a question for you. Or do you want to go ahead with...
I'm all ears, mate.
Yesterday, I gave you a little package.
I was getting... that was the next announcement I had to do, but by all means, if you want to...
I'm really eager to... Anyway.
No, keep going. That's all right.
I'm really eager to see what you thought of it, and yeah, I want to know if it's in slide with me.
Okay. Well, yesterday, Willie gave me a package that someone had given to Willie to give to me. And there's two shocking things about this. First of all, that I received it.
What? What, back to that again?
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mischievously.
Yes. And so I did receive it. And I was, yesterday when we were talking about when you received yours, I was explaining to Miss B that while you were processing the package, I was on the phone with you and was amazed at your processing.
Explicitly.
And you were being extremely clear about how the quality product that you were processing at the time.
Yes.
Well, Willie, last night I processed the product that was given to me.
Okay.
All I can tell you, I'm trying to pick the right word.
Yes.
At the very first stanza.
Oh, stanza.
Yes. Stanza.
Oh.
Okay. I dropped my tool and said, "Mercy." My word.
Yes.
Now, you told me that you felt that product was a labor of love.
Yes.
Like you could feel that in it.
Yes.
Well, mate, I took one thing and dropped the tool saying there is no way anyone but a master craftsman.
Good. Yes.
Because this was not even like an amateur who kind of had been given away to do it. No, This was, so, Miss B, ooh boy.
Yeah.
Thank you. And really, really thank you. The third little announcement I have, Willie, is one that I need to record. So today is the 15th.
Yeah.
Please remember that.
15th.
Okay. Well, not for today, but for later on.
Okay.
I will be dealing with a book at some point, not within the next month.
Okay.
And I thought I would announce that I'm going to deal with this book, quite frankly, because I'm doing something I have never done before.
Right.
But really, this is a book that I borrowed at the National Library. So it's at the library.
So it came from the library.
Absolutely. It's at the library. And I read this book and was so taken, I bought a copy.
Oh.
Indeed. And after buying the copy, I've been sort of waiting. Because this book, I'm not sure it's 100 pages. It might be. It's definitely not 150 pages.
Okay.
Is so telling, I'll just use that word, that I've been waiting for it to be pulled off the shelves due to some legal...
Really?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
So, it hasn't happened, and I don't want it to happen like any legal thing happened during the show if I should be dealing with the book.
Right.
So, if anybody has any interest, I'm going to give you the title of the book. That's all.
Yes.
And by all means, I recommend everybody under the sound of my voice buy the book, or, because I don't know there's an audio thing where you can stream it or whatever.
Right.
Right? But the book is called Invictus, Invictus.
Invictus.
Invictus, dash, or under it, like that's the main title, and right below it, Dark Faith.
Invictus, Dark Faith?
Dark Faith. That's it. That's the only other announcement sort of thing that I had to make.
This isn't about the Roman Catholic churches.
Nothing about the Roman Catholic Church, nothing about rugby, nothing about Prince Harry's Invictus Games.
Okay.
No, Invictus, Dark Faith. That's a very good book that I think people should read. And I'll be dealing with that book at some point in the near future. Probably not in January, probably in February.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we also did a... you're smiling.
Yeah.
Willie's asked me to take the... In fact, Willie's told me to take this call. Good day, caller. You on the air.
Thank you, Willie.
That's my boy. Yeah.
You see this?
Thank you, Willie.
Yes, sir.
Now, guys, I've been trying to get you since you came back after the holiday, right?
Oh, wow.
First thing I want to say to you is Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy New Year to you.
And secondly, I had the experience of tasting some tripe, or what do you call it?
Sauce? Tripe?
Sauce.
Sauce.
South.
Tripe,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
Made by a good friend of mine, and Bay Boy, who lives in St. David's, and I think he's got that St. David's. Somebody from St. David's must have gave
Of
him a
course.
hint. Well, let me tell you, brother, I'm telling him I ate it. I almost ate the whole thing myself. I tried to share it around. I told my brother, look, I've got some. I said, but look, but this stuff's so good. He said, but look, if it's that good, you eat it. Right? What I did, I was with my boy yesterday, and I'm going to tell you who his name is. Herman Smith. Herman Butch Smith.
Okay.
Somerset player, and, playing for Somerset and
Gotcha.
playing for Bay. But anyway, I'm traveling with him, and I'm Batman. You know, Batman and I teamed up with Butch, and we spent the day together yesterday.
Yes.
I'm saying all to say that I know Big Willie don't eat pork, correct?
That is true. No chicken, no
Okay.
veal, no... Anyway, go ahead.
He doesn't need me.
Now, Corey.
Yes, sir.
You eat the pork?
I haven't had... I no, I don't. But...
You don't eat pork?
No, not for the most part. I can't say I avoid it, but it's just not there where I am, and I don't buy it. So... But what I'm saying, if you're talking about a cultural, if you're talking about a cultural tradition, I'm in.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna bring up a small little portion of it to the studio, and I want you to try it. I'll catch you either good in or coming out.
Sounds good to me.
Of the
Definitely.
studio, and you taste it.
Yeah.
And if you like it, you'll know right away. You can have the balance of it.
I appreciate it. Let me tell you what happened. Because my brother and I were talking about this from when we were children, right? And I called him after that show, and I said, do you remember? Yeah, man, but what he told me is that we think our father purposely tried to traumatize us with it, right? Like was teasing us with it,
Oh, wow.
right? Because we were young. So it's nothing we couldn't identify other than him because he was such a rebel. Like we just think it was that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but I'll give it a shot for sure.
Okay. All right. Well,
thanks.
All the best.
All right.
Yes,
thanks
sir.
a lot.
Good to hear your voice.
I'm sorry to hear Big Willie was upset coming in because of calls he got. But look, guys, I don't care what calls you get that upset you. You're
Right.
doing a fabulous job.
I want to thank.
Appreciate
You might
that.
get one or two people not, can't digest
That's
what
all
you're
right.
trying to get, of course. But the majority of people out here appreciate you guys, right? So
Okay.
continue the good work, guys.
Okay, thanks a lot.
I want to thank you so much. Take care.
All right, boy.
All righty.
Take care.
Really? Oh, hold on. Okay, we have go day caller. You on the air?
Good afternoon, Mr. Corey and Mr. Willie.
Good
afternoon.
The book that you were saying, is that a you don't know if it's on Audible, but is that I tried to look up on my Audible, and is that written by a lady?
No. Please don't make me say the author, but it's not on Audible. No, I'll tell you. You know what? Why not? The book
It's on
is
Kindle?
actually written by. No, I'll tell you what the book is about. It's called Invictus: Dark Faith, and it's the book written by the gentleman's last name. I can't remember what's his first name. Blakely, the Savvy Music Studio.
Yes. Because
He wrote- That's
So
who
he
it is.
wrote it?
Yeah, that's his book.
So I just looked up I asked Audible, and it seems like it's the same name, but it's something totally different, I think.
Oh, right.
It's called
Okay.
Invictus, Invicties.
U.S.
Yes.
Invictus,
I did
yeah,
ask.
U.S., but Dark Faith. But yeah, he wrote a book about his experiences in Bermuda.
Okay.
I think it's very interesting.
So I tried to see if it was on Audible.
Sure.
But it's not.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Be encouraged,
Okay.
you guys.
Thank
yes,
you.
sir. Thank you.
God bless you
Okay,
guys.
take care.
God bless.
So really, I was going through the Registry General annual report,
Right.
the births, the marriages. Remember we were talking about the ages people marry and whatnot.
Yes.
And I got a message last night. In fact, we got one on Monday night about whether or not nationality of babies born, and so we did that.
Yes.
And I got another one that asked about marriages. Divorces.
Yes.
And what I'm still trying to. I gotta be honest with you. I couldn't quite follow the way the data was laid out.
Okay.
And either there's been a sort of layout mistake, or I'm just thick. And I'm thinking it's the latter, not the former.
Okay.
Because I think if I had more time, I'd probably get it right. But in as much as I could, I did find some, I would say, interesting statistic, or just some other statistics about life in Bermuda and being Bermudian.
Okay.
So, if it's cool, I just would like to tell you what I've been able to find so far.
Yeah, I'm all ears.
It stops at 2023 though. So this is the digest of statistics.
Yeah.
That's the report. But the most recent one is dated 2024 and so covers 2023.
Okay.
So I don't have the figures for 2024 nor 2025. But the question I was asked was whether there was any information about divorces. And in fact, my immediate answer was no. Because I couldn't readily think about where any register of divorces would be kept.
Okay.
And I found it. It's, believe it or not, in the digest of statistics. It's kind of embarrassing.
Okay.
But, and for what it's worth, I'm not quite sure there's any particular way to glean any information from this, but I have the information from 2020 to 2023. So in 2020, there were 248 marriages. If you can think between January and December,
Yes.
248 marriages. There were, in that same period of time, 104 divorces. In 2021, there was a lot more marriages. See, COVID, right? People living together realize they can do it.
Yes.
313 marriages. So from 248 to 313
Okay.
in 2021. The number of divorces went from 104 in 2020 to 121, which is not, I know the other numbers that are coming. That's why it's not, I don't think we can glean anything from that. In 2022, there were 336 marriages.
More marriages.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And 114 divorces.
Okay.
Went down by 7. The number of divorces went down.
Yes.
But watch this. In 2023, there were 310 marriages and only 85 divorces.
Okay.
So, I wonder. You know what I mean? There's never, in these 5 years, there's no 50-50 things. You know how to say 50% of every marriage ends in divorce?
Yes.
In the years, there are almost double, nearly triple the amount of people marrying than divorcing. Okay. I don't know how that plays up because I have some other statistics to give you around this, which, like I said, I hope there's somebody more clever than me that can get this stuff and they'll push out something on social media or give it to Gary Skeleton or something. Let's like do something to get it out because, sorry, Skeleton. So that, because there may be some stuff to learn. So of the divorces in 2020, the majority divorced having been married for between 10 and 14 years.
Okay.
And so it does have like how long people were married before they divorced and how many, were in there. And the weird thing for me was the same, and I mean the exact same number of people got married within 5 to 9 years of their marriage.
Right.
Also divorced 25 years and up. So 21 people got married within the first decade of marriage.
Yes.
And 21 people had been married for 25 years or more and got divorced.
Okay. That's...
I know. I'm like, I wish other smarter people did this because I'm probably reading stuff into it that I shouldn't. But I just, so four marriages, we're talking about 2020.
Right.
4 marriages didn't make it 5 years. 21 between 5 and 9. 25 divorces happened where people are married between 10 and 14 years, right? 22, 11, and 21. So there were 21 people who divorced when they've been married for 25 years and more. In 2021, that changed a bit, quite a bit, I would say.
Okay.
Obviously, a lot more divorces, like magnitude, 80 more.
What?
So there were 248, maybe 60 more. There were 248 marriages and 313 marriages, right? Sorry. So a lot more marriages in 2021 than 2022. A lot more marriages. There were 17 more divorces. But those divorces seem to be a lot later in marriage.
Okay.
So the biggest group was they'd been married for 15 to 19 years, and the second had been married between 10 and 14 years. And then between 5 and 9, and then over 25 years.
Okay.
Divorcing over 25 years is an interesting one. Very much so. I'll leave that one alone. The digest of statistics also had the ages that people, not just the ages that people when they got married, but also how many people had never been married, divorced, or widowed when they got married.
That's interesting.
Well, yes. That was interesting data. It was it was probably what you expect. So let's take 2023. 46 of the men and 51 of the women had never been married. 26 of the men and 21 of the women were divorced or widowed, so had been married before. So it's still, in all the numbers, right? Never been married is a lot higher than either divorced or widowed.
Okay.
And as you would imagine, the older the age group, the more likely they have divorced or widowed, so have been previously married. But divorces, marriage, births, that's who we are as Bermudians. There's some other, but it's just too technical stuff. But yes, we are still getting married.
Yeah. I see
And but the babies, more of our babies are born to people who are not married than married.
Yes. Okay.
So
You know what's interesting too?
yeah.
We're still remarrying. I mean, people still.
Oh, better believe it.
Yeah,
In fact, I'm glad you raised that. Yesterday, we went outside.
Oh, yes, yes,
And
yes.
in fact, there were two messages I received yesterday about yesterday that I would like to think they were factual but lighthearted enough to repeat.
Yes.
Yes? One, Willie and I bumped into a lady.
Very nice lady.
Oh, full of energy.
Full of energy.
Tell us over the neighborhood that we were standing in.
Yes.
And decided to let us know that her and her husband got married at age 80. Remember?
Yes, she did.
And that's our homeboy.
Quite happy.
Oh, yeah, both of them. I mean,
and he was standing on his side, attentive, and, wow.
yeah. And so that was that. But then you called me to give me a message. Would you like to?
I forget, no.
Oh, really? You sure? Would you like for me to remind you?
Yeah, remind me, please.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone called to tell you to give me a message that they have 3 cats or had 3 cats,
Yes.
but now have 2 cats.
Yes.
And you hung up before I was fully sure about why I had to be told about this person's pet career. And then I realized that they were letting you know to let me know
Yes.
that they might have been one of these statistics that I had here, but that they were more than happy and that their cats will take on and out any suitor who should happen to be so unfortunate as to trespass on her property. Now, would you like to clarify if that's what I should have taken from your message?
It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Listen,
Yeah.
somebody called Billy and tell Corey, I have 2 cats, and they will take out. Right? I mean, am I making this up?
Yeah, they'll clean house.
You didn't think that was
Yeah, it was funny.
funny?
Yes, it was funny.
How you just send me a message like that? You think that's funny?
Well, they told me to. I had an assignment.
All right. I have 2 things. This is around the world day,
Okay.
right? I should have said at the beginning, so we're just going all over the place, right?
Right.
There's not going to be much learned today or her, but we're going everywhere. I got a choice for you, really.
Sure.
I have one thing that I printed from the land valuation department
Right.
that deals with land tax and units, and a different one that deals with prices and wages being Bermudian. Which would you like for me to deal with? The land valuation or the prices and wages right now?
Prices and wages.
Okay. This is also from the Bermuda Digest of Statistics. And unfortunately, it's from 2023, but the section leads off with 4 bullet points. And these bullet points will tell you the items of food that have had the largest swing in price.
Okay.
This bullet point has lettuce per head went from, and this is just between 2022 and 2023. Okay. Let me just repeat that. This is the government's Digest of Statistics report, figure 5.1. But the bullet points that come in advance are right on the cover, and we're at section 5, prices and wages. You may wonder why I'm giving all of that detail, really. It's because you're about to throw something at me.
Okay.
So, in terms of the largest swing between 2022 and 2023, lettuce, the cost of lettuce increased 59% between 2022 and 2023, and it went from $4.04 per head to $6.44 per head. That was the largest swing. The second largest swing was eggs, up 55%. A dozen eggs went from $5.22 to $8.09.
Wow.
Can I pause there?
Sure.
Do you eat eggs?
I do.
Okay. Do you buy eggs?
From time to time, not all the time.
Okay.
It's not nothing regular on my
Are there eggs in your fridge right now?
2.
Okay. Did you buy those?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you buy foreign eggs?
I try to buy Bermuda eggs, but at times I do buy foreign eggs.
I don't. Okay. You will not find. And this is tied to 1684.
Okay.
Okay.
Got you.
As far as I'm aware, the local eggs that are produced don't satisfy the local demand.
Okay.
If you can think about, just picture it's August 10th,
Right.
and Bermuda has a lot of tourists in. How many eggs do you think get broken before 9 o'clock in the morning at hotels in the country? Just hotels.
Wow.
By the time you get to your buffets and grocery stores, and then your restaurants, and then your eggs in your house, you now see the amount of eggs
Yes.
that gets consumed. It's a near monopoly on imported eggs.
Yes.
If anything, I think there are 2 potential importers. I don't think there are 3.
Right.
And of those importers, just 2 of them, or 3, there was a 55% increase in their revenue in 12 months. I said revenue, not profit. It could be something that increased their costs. But we went from paying $5.22 in 2022 to $8.09 in 2023. And you wonder about a cost of living package that you're getting now in 2026. Right. The next 3 were a bit niche, and so not necessarily as foundational as eggs and lettuce.
Okay.
Sliced peaches, peas, and cornflakes. Sliced peaches went from $4.61 to $6.97, a 51% increase. You realize what a more than 50% increase is, right? If something costs $5 and now costs $7.50.
Yes.
Okay. Peas went from $3.59 to $5.15, and cornflakes from $6.93 to $9.31. Now, the thing isn't, these are massive increases, right? And these are the largest, right?
True.
So these are the 5 outliers. But what I think gets missed when people have academic conversations like this, and this is, we're being Bermudian here, it's not so much the price increase of eggs. It's now you need 10 of your dollars to buy the dozen eggs,
Yes.
right? So the increase takes it from, I think I put together $5, $6 to I need $10,
Yes.
right? A head of lettuce going from $4 to $6.50, thereabouts, changes what you use lettuce for.
Yes. Does.
Okay? The cornflakes changes what that child or adult eats for breakfast. Because now that overall bill that was $109,
Yes. Increases.
cost of living. Okay?
I have a question.
And let me just say one thing, sorry. That was just between 2022 and 2023, the largest increases in price. Yes, sir.
We've been told about a list of essential goods. Would any of those qualify for that list?
I hope eggs do.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have cereal on it. Cornflakes is unsweetened, right?
Yeah. Sounds
Pretty natural. So I would think of these lists, lettuce, like I said, only the sliced peaches and I suppose peas are sort of niche. But everything else, I would think if I walk in almost any Bermudian shop, well, not so much cornflakes, but, you know, I would have thought. But let me just show you, that's between 2022 and 2023.
Oh, yes.
Between because they have the data here for actually between 2014 and 2023. So the largest increase in that 9-year stretch right? There's another 5 things, but again, just, okay? Baby food,
Okay.
peas, corn niblets, lettuce,
Yes.
and margarine. Now, let me tell you what happened. Baby food in 2014 was $1.46. It's going up 163%. And now in 2023, baby food, instead of being $1.46, is $3.84. Peas had a 144% increase. Peas went from $2.11 in 2014 to $5.15 in 2023.
That's all that potato salad.
Corn nib, I'm so glad you do that. I want you to listen to see if this is champagne
Yes.
or caviar, veal. Okay, listen to these items.
Yes.
Peas went from $2.11 to $5.15, a 144% increase. Corn niblets had a 108 increase from $1.77 to $3.68. Lettuce went from $3.39 to $6.44, a 90% increase. And margarine was the last one, had an 83% increase, went from $3.16 to $5.78. Would you like to know the food items with the largest decrease in price?
Yeah. Okay.
Strap in. This won't take long.
Okay. It's a short list.
Apples, raisins, and codfish.
Apples, codfish, yes. Okay.
Don't get excited. Apples went down 12%. Raisins went down 12%. Codfish went down 4%. Now, you heard the increases, 144%,
Yeah.
90%, 80%. Hello, caller. I think you're on the air, caller. Hello? Oh, gracious. I think I'm hitting the wrong buttons, Billy.
Okay.
But in any event, so your biggest increases, lettuce, eggs, coffee, and, lettuce and eggs. Your biggest decreases, coffee and apples.
Okay.
I can't. Is that the button? Hello, caller? Hello, caller. You on
Good
the air? Ah,
afternoon.
right.
Good afternoon.
There we go.
It's me again.
Hi.
Was eggs on that list? Because this week, eggs have dropped to $2.58 for a dozen and $5 something. So I said I always check the dates on them,
Yes.
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 and they're going to February the 11th.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad. I hope people heard. I'm glad because the eggs where I'm hoping they were the
They
local
were
price.
expensive.
Yeah, they were. But this is
Lot of-
also back to 2023, so I'm glad we've done something to bring it down.
Yes, I did get some yesterday, but they had to buy. They have to be, by February the 11th. But
Got you.
and check around because I saw them a couple of shops.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so
Sounds
much.
good.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take care.
God bless you.
You
Bye.
Thank you.
May I add that
Yes, mate.
it was a period of time, I don't know if it was 2023, but there was a shortage of eggs.
Yes.
And that affected the price. I mean, eggs went up as much as what, $12? Even in the United States, it was expensive. They had to get rid of birds. What's it, the
What is-
bird flu?
Oh, right. I'm sorry, man. For a minute.
I know how that took you off. Like,
Yes.
got rid of
Absolutely.
birds.
I do have a list of, so that was from their section that dealt with the retail prices on selected items. And there was a food. I do have for some other items that are household goods. I think, though, I'll tell you what, really.
Yeah.
I really want to say more about these price increase between 2014 and 2023.
Right.
But there are items there. Can you just say, okay, I highlighted bread, rice, hamburger, corned beef, fish, tuna, margarine, butter, eggs, potatoes, lettuce, apples, and corn nibs. Anything you're curious about that I could look up?
I like vegetables, like carrots and broccoli.
Okay.
And,
All right.
that's how I eat.
Where,
Onions,
okay.
sweet potato. Oh, sweet potatoes expensive. But sweet potatoes,
believe it or not on here.
Okay. Well, that was 2023, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me just see. No. But, okay, so let's take butter. Went from $5.33 to $8.25. Margarine, $3.16 to $5.78. Cheese, a block of 16 ounces, went from $6.96 to $8.05. But the 5-pound bag of Bermuda potatoes,
Yes.
massive, from $5.91 to $9.29. It's a pretty big increase.
Yes.
The other ones you would expect over 9 years. Chicken legs dropped, but the price, so remember we were saying whether or not the tax commission felt that the breaks for importers would actually make it to us?
Right.
I think they're correct. Chicken legs, I don't know if anybody thinks chicken's going down, but it's going from 14.17 a pound to 12 something in 2023.
Okay.
And I'm not sure that's reflected on the shelf.
But then the variation between, since it's still a chicken product, eggs and chicken.
Well, absolutely. No.
No, seriously.
Well, no, really, to tell you the truth about that, I'm not laughing at you.
Right.
Because I'm nervous now. If people were concerned about the fishing cooperative, they would have known about the other projects I've been involved in.
Well, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
That was the project I've been involved with.
Yes.
And I'm trying not to, mate, what you doing to me? So all I'm going to say, people who are vexed about the egg don't know about vex. But producing eggs at a national demand level
Yes.
is not unheard of. Oh, boy. You know, there's another thing here, really, that I could read. Like household goods, you know, not necessarily food.
Okay.
Yeah, not chicken or eggs.
Uh-huh.
But I take it you don't. Anyway. Let's see. We can talk about toilet paper. A 4-pack went from $5.81 to $9.50. Gas, $2.12 to $2.27. And that's the interesting part because that's foreign, right?
Right.
And yet you'd think it was more volatile, giving more shocks to supplies.
Yeah.
No. How much your haircut costs?
I do my own. Don't cost me nothing.
Exactly, as I know. Man's haircut, pretty steady. In 2014, they were $22.75. And in 2023, $25.33.
Okay.
You know, I've just looked at this. We could get 3 haircuts for the 1 haircut that a woman gets in terms of the price. The 2023 price will be in the $73.25. In 2014, it was $68.
Okay.
Shoe repairs, I didn't even think, oh, right, heal so quick. That's going up a bit. All of the alcohol has gone up. Cigarettes have gone up from $85 per carton, $85
Oh, that's the syntaxes.
to $144.
Yes. What?
85 to 144. All right, maybe that's why people are growing their own.
Right.
Yeah, you know. And taxi. I want you to understand something here.
Yes.
The bus fare to go from St. George's to Somerset was $4.50 in 2014.
Yes.
And in 2023, it was $5.
Okay.
The ferry to go from Hamilton to Somerset in 2014 was $4, and in 2023, $5.
Okay.
Right? Not so much of an increase, but I want to read this to you, and I need to know that this is an error.
Okay.
We need this to be a mistake. I don't think it is, but we really, really, really need this to be a mistake in this report.
Okay, got you.
Okay. So bus fare went up 50 cents.
Yes.
Ferry fare went up $4. Taxi fare, 5-mile journey, the 2014 price and the 2023 price. Tell me the difference between the two.
I would say an increase of about 60%.
Another guess.
70%.
So can I just test where you're coming from with that? So are you presuming or saying, or what, I'm just trying to work out why you go on.
Okay, my logic is that taxes were, well, they were saying that they hadn't received a raise for what, 15 years?
Or something, I think.
Yeah, something like that. So I guess I kind of, in my way, factored in what would that look like, and I came up with 70%, 60 or 70%.
Oh, sorry. So that's what I'm. So you're saying the 70% caught up for the 15
Yes.
years? Aha.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad you made. I'm slow, and it's numbers. You know me and numbers. Words. Letters.
Right.
Words. That's my area. Numbers.
Right.
So, what if I told you that it was not that high?
Okay.
Take another guess.
Okay, 40%.
Well, I'm going to read you the numbers,
Okay.
and then I'll tell you the percent increase.
Okay.
I think you'll be able to work it out in your head, though. Ready?
Yes.
In 2014, the 5-mile journey in a taxi cost $17.65. In 2015, that cost $17.65.
Really?
In 2016, $17.65. In 2017, $17.65. 2018, what's your guess? $17.65.
Yes.
2019,
$17.65.
what about 2020?
$17.65.
As in 21, 22, and 23.
Wow.
No increase since 2014.
Okay. Yeah, like I said,
So maybe they gave it to him last year, you think, or year
I think
before?
it was last year or year before.
Excellent. So let's see. Cost of living is 3.5%, roughly 3%.
Yeah.
Over 9 years, what's that? 27%.
Yes.
That they're down. So that dollar that they had in 2023 could not even do what it did in 2014.
Exactly.
So if you catch them up, you're talking about that 20% plus.
Yes.
What they vote for you, so another 2%. You're saying so. I don't know. 60 is gonna be steep, but you can see.
Yes.
Did you hear the way I said that?
Yeah, I know. It makes
No,
sense.
even buses and ferries got an increase. Is my point.
Yes.
How is it that government increased the?
Transportation, yes.
Uh-huh. Just saying. Some of these things, they kind of stand out.
Yes, I got you.
I'm just saying. The next page is, at least that I downloaded, where the basic weekly pay rates for industrial workers. You see this form? Do you just see? Not to read it. Okay, so I just showed Willie. I've skipped to the page that concerned me the most. And it's page 5, table 5.3. Really? They have the basic weekly pay rates for industrial workers separated by categories. So under public works, you would have a tradesman, a depot foreman, an equipment operator, a skilled laborer, right? Under agriculture, a tradesman, a foreman, a tractor driver. Under hospitals, receptionist, laundry. You with me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So under construction, this is the one I want to read. These are the jobs under construction. Foreman brackets labor, operator B, top grade mechanic, mixer operator, paint applier, mechanic steel fixer, skilled laborer, storeman, truck driver, welder, form carpenter, and hammerman. Got those?
Right.
Okay. The highest paid in those, as you would imagine, would be the foreman.
Yes.
The lowest paid is the paint applier. And the spread between the two is the foreman makes $1,500 a week, and the paint applier $978 a week. Okay. Let me put it this way. Oftentimes, you get calls, say banana people and other people who have not gotten what they.
Right.
I get a lot of calls about unfairness and perceived unfairness.
Okay.
So I got a call years ago from a friend of mine who, more like a brother of mine, who works in the field where he often is on construction sites.
Okay.
And he began calling me probably 3 years ago about what he was beginning to see on sites.
Right.
2 years ago, I remember the call because he called me from his van, having been on a huge site, and there wasn't a Bermudian on the site. He was the only Bermudian on the site.
Wow.
And the last call, we don't even talk about it anymore now because it's just a reality. But the last call was how and why does this happen? And when we talk about culture and the non-Bermudian who comes in, gets a post, construction was one of these areas. So from my understanding, from speaking to people in the know, and I have absolutely, really, hand on heart, I have no problem telling people, these hands are for writing and typing. You got me? They're not for drawing, painting, shoveling. I wish they were. But I know my skill set and I stay in my lane. You got me?
Yes.
All right. So, the last real construction I did
Right.
was Bert at the Reefs, man, Bert Bascom. And
Okay.
Bert, well, hey, you dopey Billy Goat, why would you, right? So I'm going to tell you this little story. You thought marble pie was bad? Did you ever have to sand down and paint wooden blinds?
No, never had to do that.
So you're stush. You're
No,
privileged. You're privileged.
I had to dig ditches.
Okay. That's not the same thing.
No, it isn't. But
It's intricate. It's
Right.
sand and prime, painting wooden blinds. And I think that was my last assignment I ever did because I went for when Bert Bascom saw me doing that. He was like, "That's it. Come with me." And you know what my new assignment was?
what?
He had this big pile of sand. I had to sift the sand. Like I said, I know what these hands are for, and they do it quite well. They don't do the things they don't do well. Got me?
Yeah.
All right. So, all those jobs. What I was told
Yes.
was on major construction jobs in our construction culture, there was something called a mobilization fee.
Okay.
And if I had a construction crew, say 6 to 10 guys, I can call in an expert mason if I need it, but I've got, that's my crew.
Right.
Then what was happening is I'm going to build your house and I need to get that mixer up there. I need the equipment that I need to start your job. And so there was a 10%, 5% fee of the whole that you would pay me in advance so I could mobilize the things. I can get the block. I can reserve the equipment for 3 weeks from now.
Yes.
I can make sure the planning, mobilization, right? And there was a fee that just came out of the whole. It wasn't an additional. It was
Right.
it was going to cost you $500,000. 10% went for this mobilization fee.
Okay.
What happened, my understanding, is that the architectural firms ended up hiring quite a few Canadian architects.
Okay.
And construction companies hired Canadian project managers. Take a guess what happened.
What happened?
Who do you think gave the contract to whom? And
gave it to
then
them, of course.
to beat out the local contractor,
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
don't-
need the mobilization fee.
Yes.
So you underbid partly, and you don't need them
Yes.
to come up in advance. So when you look at a construction site now, good luck finding a Bermudian who's been in it 25 years and loves it. Okay? I can't tell you that this is related, but what I'm about to tell you is in this entire section: foreman labor, operator B, mechanic top grade, mechanic, mixer operator, paint applier, mechanic steel fixer, skilled laborer, storeman, truck driver, welder, form carpenter, and hammerman. Not 1 cent job raise since 2014. The same salary here in 2014 for all of those jobs is the same salary in 2023.
Wow.
Who do you think can afford to do that? Either somebody in Bermuda who doesn't need a lot of money to live in Bermuda,
Right.
or somebody with the Bermudian dollar goes a lot farther back in their country.
Yes, of course.
But a Bermudian who wants to marry and educate a child and buy a house has not had an increase from 2014 to 2023. You know why those years matter? Just take a wild guess, Willie.
Well, you got family.
No, take a guess why I might be, yes, but who was government in 2014? Then I'll get direct. And who was government in 2023?
PLP was in 2014.
No, they were not.
No?
You sure?
Yeah. No, they weren't.
No, they were not. Exactly.
From 12,
Exactly.
2012
Exactly.
to 2017.
Exactly. This is not on them. Mm-hmm. But where's the correction? Where's the intervention?
Wow.
Instead, how many construction? I know of one. I can tell you, I got the phone call.
Right.
Corey, yesterday he left. 27 people, and he took his construction company, and he's closed it and moved to Wales.
Oh, my.
Wales. Somebody probably knows what I'm talking about.
My.
And enough construction company owners, black Bermudian ones, found in their country there's no room for the culture of Bermudian construction. And this ties back to that nonsense. You want to know how this happens? It's a steady diet that began in the 90s.
Yes.
Okay? The same oligarchical thinking, unfair inequality creating corporate bodies in this country said, you're competing with the best in the world. Why am I competing in my country with the rest of the world? Let me tell you, when I was in law school, every single person from every other island knew the job they were going back to if they passed the law degree. You know?
Yes.
Like they knew the job if they wanted it. Or they could go to a law firm and do whatever.
Yes.
They all knew.
Yes. Yeah, it was somewhere for them to go.
The facts are right here. This is not, and by the way, I didn't meet some civil servant on the Black Watch Pass and said, like, woo, 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 woo. All right, hand me to some brown paper. This is published stuff.
Yes.
Okay? So someone asked, what does the opposition do? I can tell you what they don't do. Read.
My.
And this isn't even opposition. This is just being Bermudian. This is being Bermudian. So we're walking around thinking Bermuda's going a certain way and it might be going in a certain other way. And so let's read.
Yeah.
You wanted me to go there with that first, so I went with the...
I'm glad you did.
Why?
Because
how could you like it?
No. Listen, I represent grassroots.
Yes.
Okay? And these are the things that we just take for granted, that people are just going to take care of you. Yeah. No, they're not.
That people care enough to make sure you're not getting... Yeah.
And they're willing to do it. No, they're not. Yeah. Okay?
Well, it's all here. Butter, margarine, cigarettes, cheese, right?
Right.
The increases are here. The wages. I tell you what, did I take this one down?
You brought up an interesting point. I had this conversation this morning.
Sorry, I forgot one more thing that I had with me from the same digest of statistics, the 2023 report. It is and I wish I had the other one with me. But in 2023, there, and I don't have, I wish I brought it with me, but there were 9,418 work permits in the private sector. 9,418.
What year was that?
2023.
Okay.
While there were 408 in government.
Okay.
So the government has issued 408 work permits for the public sector. 408.
Yeah.
Between 2014 and 2023, if you had to guess, would you think 408 work permits in the civil service was high or low? Like, what's the either between 2014 and 2023? I'm telling you, in 2023, it's 408. Where do you think that number fits in the last 9 years?
Low.
Spot on, mate. It's the second lowest.
Wow.
Exactly. 2014, 668. But you want to know what's interesting?
What's that?
Okay. I'm just going to mark on my thing here, right? And we're just going to, just so that I remain accurate. Okay, July, we'll call this one half. And then it goes on. All right, 2014, ready for this one?
Right.
There were 668 work permits in the public sector.
Okay.
It peaked in 2017. Now, that peaking in 2017,
Yes.
I think the only fair thing we can do is divide that in half. The election of 2017 was
Yes.
July.
Uh-huh.
And I think the fair thing, because we don't know,
Right.
would be 50-50. 50% of the work permits were secured by the OBA, and 50% were secured by the PLP.
Okay.
We're being Bermudian here.
Okay.
So all we know is there was 796. There were almost 800 work permits in the public sector in 2017. That was the peak.
Wow.
And then it went down to 756. I don't know how to explain this because I genuinely cannot explain this. Seriously. But in 2018, there were 756 work permits issued for public sector employees. That's civil servants, right?
Right.
The next year, 485.
That's a big drop there.
From 756 to 485.
Right.
I can't believe any organization can lose that many employees and not lose productivity or effect or something.
Exactly.
And if you can lose that many employees, how are they there in the first place?
Was that because of budget restraints? What happened there?
This is 2018. The America's Cup was over in 2017. So a big bunch would have been America's Cup. That dropped down by 40 to 20 by 2018. So that wasn't it. Was there some major construction? When was St. Regis? The only thing I can think is some hotel construction going on. The Lawrence, St. Regis. Because but if that's the case, how are they hired in the public sector? Right? We're talking about public, not private.
Right.
So I don't know what what public sector was going on that we could lose 300 employees, no matter where they are.
Yeah. It's true.
So I don't understand that. It's a very, very, very big number that doesn't make sense.
Well, definitely that would affect productivity. Definitely.
And the weird thing was that it was just up to a year. The majority of the work permits in 2017 and 2018 were just a year long. If I didn't know better, right? If this wasn't my country, if someone just gave me this, I would think this is fraud. I would think that people create employees and salaries and pocket the money because nobody checks the bank account it goes to.
Well,
Only because there are too many people
yes,
here. It's a small country.
yeah, it's true.
This is 300 work permits.
It's a lot.
The only thing I can think was America's Cup, and that was finished in July 2017.
You know something, you could tie that to the revenue that they receive for those work permits too. That would be interesting to see.
It was just interesting. So the quick facts that were highlighted, other than that, was there's a split between occupational job holders, between professionals, senior officials and managers, and shop and market sort of retail workers. And it's split 20%, all of them at 20%. So, should we get to the the ginger beer for the round the world?
Yes, let's go for the round the world.
Oh, we're still in the round the world.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe before we go on, I should say we've come in to find a package here. It has my name on it and their books. I haven't yet opened it because people were scrambling, and you know how I get if I get confused.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do have it here, and I will contact the person that make contact with that about the books for sure. Right. This other one now is more recent. I think it's just, now again, not so much telling or even, you okay? You got something on your mind?
No, I'm just thinking. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, you look like there's something I need to know.
No. I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Okay. So these are land valuation stats from the 31st of December, 2025. And again, if we're talking about being Bermudian, right, these are the things that we just,
Yes.
think about. So I know you know the answer to this, but I figured I'd ask you anyway. These are the land tax in Bermuda is controlled or managed by the land tax or land valuation department. And there's some data that they put out at the end of a year. I think it's pretty interesting. Well, I'm a nerd, so it's, it's
Right,
interesting.
okay.
Hopefully, to those being Bermudian, it might be interesting to them. But which parish has the most residential units?
Pembroke.
Absolutely. And they have 5,470 units. They are 17% of all residential units.
Okay.
Second,
Work.
better believe it, 4,824 units. Next.
Devonshire.
Nope. And let me just say, I was expecting that. I thought it too. And let me also tell you, the difference is 128
Okay.
between Devonshire and the one who actually is third.
Southampton.
Nope. But they are fourth. Or
Hamilton
fifth.
Parish. No. Smiths.
Now we know from yesterday. Smith.
Yeah, I know. I ain't going to say St. George's.
Sands.
Sands. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Pembroke, Warwick, Sands, and Devonshire and Southampton are the top five.
Wow.
And they are 5,000. So Pembroke, way out there. Okay.
Right.
5,470 units.
Okay.
Warwick, 4,800. Sands, 3,500. Devonshire, 3,400. Southampton, 3,300. Smiths, 2,995. Paget, 2,976. Hamilton Parish, 2,815. And then they separate St. George's the parish from St. George's the corporation, and then they also have the city of Hamilton. There's condos
Yes.
that go in there. For commercial, it's weird, very, very weird for me. As you would imagine, Hamilton is top. After that, Pembroke. After that, Sands. Then St. George's Parish. Then St. George's Corporation. And then Devonshire, Southampton are tied. Paget and Warwick are tied. And Smiths is last.
Okay.
With the spread of commercial activity. Now, Pembroke has a parish council outside of the corporation. I have been looking at some of the data we've seen in the last few days to try to figure out how we might be able to use that data in Southampton to make changes. I don't expect them to listen because, I told myself I won't do it. All I'm going to say is they're about to start roadworks again in Southampton. There's 3 sets. And the anger that I feel is so severe
Right.
that I'm trying not to think about it. Because, particularly the lies that Belco put out, I just can't take it, right? If you read their announcement, go on their website and look at the announcement for the West, okay? And I've done public relations,
Yes.
okay? So I know what their sincerity they're trying to display, but it's selfish. It's not, they're corporate and commercial.
Yes.
So don't try to pretend. And I actually thought, let me stop. I'll just say that the people of this country have suffered and will continue to suffer because the people who run corporations and businesses in this country have ears of people who make decisions who don't care about the voices of those of us who don't have their ears. And there's just no other way to put it. In fact, there are other ways to put it, but I probably couldn't broadcast them. I will say that as a result of those residential units, the government expects to collect 1.4 billion, if I'm correct, from land tax. No. Change that. The estimated revenue is 1.4 billion for this year, 2025, 2026. Land tax was due to represent 87 million of that. So one of the things about this whole thing that I looked at, in the time we have left, we're right, about 25 minutes. I just want to have a brief, and just one other thing I have to do outside of this, but, what I want to say, this is the sorts of things that we don't discuss because I just honestly don't think we feel we can, or, again, it's just one of those things we're probably doing the best we can, so why change it, right? Why mess with it? Add on to that the culture of no, you can't change it, then we're stuck with the tax system we have. But let me just run this one by you. Out of the taxes that the government collects, so let's just say whatever happens in the country that the government collects money, land tax represents 6% of it.
Wow, that's it?
Exactly. And so part of what the show, and this is not fair, what I'm about to say for our listeners, okay? But if you recall, we were talking about the income tax debates.
Right.
Jack Tucker himself said, we're going to have a oligarchy, not oligarchy, but we're going to have this glut of money, and if we don't do income tax. And so they kept saying, if you keep doing this ad valorem tax, is unfair, which was the duty.
Yes.
And so every report we've had, it's unfair. Our tax system is unfair.
Right.
And I think part of my challenge is the tax system we have was designed by people to ensure they paid the least tax. That's just the way it is.
Right.
If we now are different people in charge, why is the foundation the same?
Got you.
Why would it still be how the rich people pay the least amount of tax? How do business owners pay the least amount of tax? We wondered why income tax hasn't come with everything about fairness, and we said, well, perhaps when you get to a certain office, your income goes up and you don't want it taxed.
Right.
Or you don't want to declare that I'm making money from this or from that.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my point. In a country that had slavery, should the largest amount of tax come from payroll tax?
No.
Well, maybe it should. But what I'm getting at
Right.
is payroll tax is 621 million out of the 1.4 billion. And this is what I'm getting at. If you were, say, a labor union, let's say, you'd probably lobby the government to do a tax regime that was not reflective of payroll tax. And all you do is look at how much is collected from payroll and how else can they make that money doing something different. Simple.
Yeah.
But you have to want to do something fairer. I actually read an article about our payroll tax system the other day. An American person wrote this a few years ago. And they said the joke or the lie to Bermudians is the employer pays half of payroll tax. The lie is that the payroll tax is included in the offer that they make you. You are paying the whole thing. They aren't. So really, I want to hire you, right?
Right.
I'm going to hire you at $50, and then I'm going to come up with your payroll tax.
Yes.
Or do I pay you $60 knowing 9% comes out for payroll and I get you down to where I think the job's worth?
Wow.
So this is what the guy was, it was almost embarrassing to read. He was like, they actually believe that the employer is like going in their till and taking out their part. It's in the offer to you.
That's the narrative. Yeah.
So if you were designing a tax regime in a brand new country.
Wait. This is for the listening audience, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Explain that slowly, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
I hope you're listening.
Okay. So currently in the payroll tax that is payable in Bermuda, there's the employee part and the employer part.
Yes.
And so what happens, you go get a job, right? And the job's going to pay you $50,000.
Right.
Okay. And so when you open your packet or whatever, or you open your thing and you see the amount that comes in,
yes,
it's insurances come out, whatever's come out, payroll taxes come out, right?
Yes.
And you know that tax has gone to government, and government also has an employer portion that has to be paid.
Yes.
So every once in a while, as an incentive, the government will say the employer section, right, part isn't payable to give an incentive to hire people. But really, what I'm getting at is that I already include the cost of hiring you, i.e. payroll tax, in your salary, what I offer you.
Yes.
I'm not offering you a salary that doesn't account for the cost of hiring you.
Gotcha.
Like, that'd be stupid.
Right.
So this person's tried 3 times. Hi, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, good brothers.
Hello.
Yes, how you doing?
Not too bad, good brother Wendy. Good brother Corey.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. So just listening to a bit of you discussing just now implementing a new payroll tax regime. And so my immediate response to that, thought to that, is that, you know, we, and I suppose it's a reminder that we, and in actuality, I would perhaps view or label your suggestion to the government as somewhat radical. Would you agree?
No.
No.
No, because, I'll tell you why. I don't think, because they give it up. You see, if there's a tax that you can give to hoteliers and new companies and take out the employer's side, how important is that tax? So how radical would it be to get rid of it? I can give you some radical tax ideas I have, believe me, but that's not one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose I may have misheard, but yeah, it just seemed as though what you might have been suggesting is something in regards to having the rich pay more, I suppose, than the average, but pay substantially more. And I kind of do look at that as being a bit radical inside of a colonial structure, not perhaps outside of a colonial structure, but inside of a colonial structure.
I see what you're, okay. I now I get you. I thought you were thinking about I thought I was saying something. Well, even that, I think when you, so if you, I mean, I was already looking at some of the stuff earlier, but for instance, some of the payroll, some of the incentives that they give employers in Bermuda last 15 years.
Bermuda Live on YouTube. Subscribe now.